guys, it's Kristen, and it's that time of year again where we start looking back at some of our favorites of 2017 and look forward at some of our most anticipated things that are coming up in 2018. So for today, I'm going to be talking about my favorite books of 2017. My goal this year was to read 50 books. I ended up reading 19. You know, it's not really where I wanted to be in my reading, but you know, I had a busy year, so I'm not going to beat myself up over the fact that I didn't read as much as I wanted to because I did a lot of other things. So the first book I want to get into was one of my absolute favorites this year, and that was Before the Devil Breaks You, which is the third book in the Diviner series by Libba Bray. And if you guys saw my videos last year, you know that I love the Diviner series. It's probably one of my favorite series of all time, and I've been waiting very impatiently for this new book. The last one came out in 2015, so we've been waiting 2 years for this book, and it was definitely worth the wait. For those of you who don't know too much about the Diviner series, it's an occult murder mystery series. It's a historical fiction. It's set in 1920s in New York City, kind of in the days of the flappers, and we followed this group of people who all have different abilities, and they are fighting these forces that are unknown to them. In the third book, we're seeing the diviners face off against these ghosts, and we also learn a lot more about the man in the stovetop hat. We dive more into the different characters. They're all very diverse. They're all very smart and strong and flawed, and that's one of the things that I really love about this series. Libba Bray is a fantastic writer, and I just really recommend this series. I love it so much. If you're really into mystery and powers, and you know, maybe are a fan of the Roaring Twenties, or if you're kind of into ghosts and demons and supernatural stories, you will definitely be interested in this book. Another book that I really enjoyed this year was The Afterlife of Holly Chase by Cynthia Hand. It's really great to read in this like winter, December, holiday type of time because it's a Christmas Carol retelling. So the story is about this company called Project Scrooge that goes out of its way to find a Scrooge every year and reform them and make them better people. And we are following the story of a girl who is one of those Scrooges that's supposed to be reformed, but she doesn't change her ways and she dies, and she ends up getting stuck working for Project Scrooge as the ghost of Christmas Past. I just thought it was a really interesting concept, and I thought that it was a really redeeming story. The next book I want to talk about is The Hanging Girl by Eileen Cook, and this was a really interesting mystery with a lot of different twists. We follow this character Sky, who has given tarot card readings at school a lot, and she is now part of this like investigation of a kidnapping with the police where she's like helping them with her psychic abilities. She's kind of like playing like a double agent in a way where like she knows a little bit about the kidnapping because she was in on it. So she's like helping the police but really like faking all of her predictions. The kidnapping was supposed to be really simple though. She was supposed to give the police this psychic information that she had, and then she'd get money and be able to start a new life. But of course, there's a lot more twists and tricks going on there that even our main character Sky was not prepared for, and so things are not as easy as it seems. I thought there was a lot of great moments in this book where you were kind of like, whoa, wait, so who knows what? Like, who's involved in this? Like, whoa, crazy. What I actually really liked about the main character Sky in this book was that even though she was faking being a psychic, she was so smart and would like look at all these little details and would actually be able to pull out information that other people didn't realize because she was so like detail oriented and was able to like pick out these little moments. And then the last book I wanted to talk about, this is actually the only book that didn't come out this year, is We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. It came out in 2014, but I read it this year and I loved it. It was so good, so much mystery and suspense. It was one of those books that I couldn't put down, and I want to find more like it. I don't want to reveal too much about it, but it's kind of about this sophisticated family that always goes away to this island for summer vacation, and our main character hadn't been in a really long time because something happened one of the times that they went, and now this is her first time kind of going back with her family. It reminded me of Wake Puppy Midnight in that way, where like you know, it's hard to explain like really what was happening in the story, but the way that it was written was so unique, and it really like drew you into this mysterious world. Those are all the books that I really enjoyed this year. There's only 4 of them. I wish there was more. I'm definitely going to try to read more next year. I say that every year, but we'll see what happens. I would love to know what books you read this year that you really loved. Maybe I can add some of them to my list of books to check out. Leave a comment down below and let me know. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and click that subscribe button because I come out with new videos every week. See ya!